Ride the bus, we're getting your sister a Tesla, Dad said at my graduation. Then the dean announced, here's our youngest billionaire graduate. This is a story about the day I finally stopped being invisible to my own family. It all came to a head at my college graduation, when I stood at that bus stop in my cap and gown, watching my classmates drive by, and a single text shattered whatever fragile hope I had left. It was a picture of my 19-year-old sister, Amber, beaming beside her brand new Tesla, her graduation gift from our parents, the very same parents who, just hours before, had told me the bus was perfectly reliable transportation for my graduation. Growing up in Bellevue, a comfortable Seattle suburb, my family always seemed picture-perfect from the outside. My dad, Ryan, a senior software developer, brought in a fantastic salary, and my mom, Stephanie, sold luxury real estate, driving clients in her Mercedes. We lived in a beautiful house overlooking Lake Washington, but inside those walls it was a different story. I quickly learned my place in the unspoken hierarchy. Amber was the golden child and I was just Brooke. She was 3 years younger than me, but from the moment she was born, Amber commanded every room. She had my mother's charisma, my father's quick wit, and a magnetic confidence that I both envied and secretly admired. Me? I was the responsible one, studious, quiet, and according to my mom, too sensitive. The pattern started early. I remember being 7, and my parents filmed every second of Amber's preschool dance recital. 2 weeks later, they missed my school science fair where I won first place because Amber had a cold. It's not a big deal, honey, Mom assured me, barely glancing at my blue ribbon later that night, more focused on helping Amber build a pillow fort. Look how creative your sister is with those cushions. By middle school, the differences were glaring. Amber's bedroom was redecorated 3 times to match her evolving interests. My furniture? The same childhood set, with endless promises of an update that never came. When I brought home straight A's, my dad would just nod, saying, that's what we expect from you, Brooke. But when Amber managed B's and C's, they'd take her out for ice cream to celebrate her improvement. Our 16th birthdays were perhaps the most stark example. For mine, a modest dinner at my favorite local restaurant with just our immediate family. I got practical gifts. A laptop for school, some clothes, and a promise to help me find a used car someday. For Amber's 16th, they rented a venue, hired a DJ, and invited 60 of her closest friends. She received designer clothes, jewelry, and the crowning glory, a brand new Honda Civic with a giant red bow. When I dared to point out the difference, my mom said, Amber is more social, honey. She needs these things to build confidence. You've always been so independent. 2 months later, they finally helped me buy my first car. A 10-year-old Toyota with mysterious engine noises and a passenger door that didn't open from the inside. It has character, my father declared, slapping the hood. And it'll teach you about car maintenance. High school was more of the same. Every single one of Amber's volleyball games. 2 of my debate competitions, even though my team made it to state finals. When I got into the University of Washington with a partial academic scholarship, my parents seemed more interested in Amber's upcoming prom. Of course you got in, Mom said, barely looking at my acceptance letter. You've always been smart. Now do you think Amber should go with the blue dress or the silver for prom? The silver really brings out her eyes. The only person who truly saw me was my grandmother, Hannah, my mother's mother, a retired English professor who valued education and hard work above all else. When my parents missed my high school graduation speech as valedictorian because Amber had a volleyball tournament in Portland, Grandma Hannah was there, front and center, beaming with pride. Full story on the channel. Link below. Click now and watch what happened next.